I'm back with part 2 of 5 Ghanaian herbs that you can use medicinally. Part 1 is linked above, and in this video I'm also going to do something special where I'm going to do a demonstration of one of the herbs because the impact of it can be felt immediately, and it looks like it's going to be a game changer for those with diabetes. So make sure you watch the whole video to get the whole benefit. You know me, I don't waste time, so let's get started. My name is Nigeli and I am a medical herbalist. Now, the first one is lemongrass, also known in Ghana as Tiba and also known in Fanti as Abahan. I'm going to put the spelling here because I'm about to destroy all the plant names throughout this video, so just be prepared for that. The other common name is fever plant or fever herb, and the Latin name I'm going to have a read is Cymbopogon citratus. It's in the Poaceaceae family, which is the same as another herb that I'm going to talk about later. Now, this plant makes the most gorgeous tea, and this is actually what I'm drinking here. In other parts of the world, it's used to flavour food, but medicinally, it has loads of uses as well. So it has antimicrobial properties, so it's used in some oral infections, but also general oral health. Research is showing that it also has the potential to regulate cholesterol, and on top of that, it has anti-inflammatory activity, and it's thought to be in part to do with a couple of the compounds that are in the plant, which includes citral and geraniol. Am I saying it right? Geraniol. Oh yeah, I got that right. And that's not all. Its common name is also fever plant because it's used traditionally in terms of fevers. It's also pain relieving. It's a stomachic. It also relaxes the muscles of the stomach and the gut, and it helps with flatulence, which sounds like to me it will do well in terms of the symptoms of PMS. So it's not just a beautiful tasting tea. It also has a lot of medicinal properties. Then we have this leaf, which is sorghum. The botanical name is Sorghum bicolor. In Ghana, we call it Waakye, which means Waakye leaf, because it's the leaf that we use when we're making Waakye to give the Waakye its color. In Hausa, I believe it's called Kalendefi, and it's from the Poaceaceae family, which is the same family as this plant that we have also just spoken about. Now, this plant is one of the top 5 grains used around the world, top 5. And this is because it contains a lot of nutrition, including manganese, potassium, magnesium, B6, thiamine, niacin, and loads of other vitamins and minerals. On top of that, if you're somebody that can't eat gluten, this is also a great gluten-free alternative. Unsurprisingly, this plant also has loads of medicinal benefits. First of all, it's anti-inflammatory, and that's thought to be down to the phenolic compounds as well as the antioxidants that it contains. It's anti-anemic, so those who have iron deficiency anemia, this is also used to help them. It's anti-cholesterolemic, it's also antiviral, and it's anti-carcinogenic, and it's thought to be down to a number of compounds. First of all, the tannins that are contained within the plant, but also it has 2 constituents, which I'm going to have to read out because they're very hard to read, and that is apigeninidin, which I'm going to write here, and luteolinidin. And what these appear to do is induce cell apoptosis, which is a programmed cell unaliving. And so when there's a cell in the body that is dangerous or it's damaged, the body will begin a process in which the cell basically unalives itself. And so that's what this plant can help do to cancer, or those constituents can help do to cancer cells, but it also helps avoid the proliferation of those cells. So this leaf is not just used for darkening Waakye, there are many other medicinal benefits to the sorghum plant. Now, this is turkey berry, as you can see here, also known by its botanical name Solanum torvum, and in Ghana we will know it as Kantose or Beduru, spelling there. Now, this plant is also rich in iron, so is used for those who have iron deficiency anemia. Traditionally, it was also used postpartum to improve the blood, which I think is also linked to its high iron content. But the other thing that shows the holistic nature of the plant is that traditionally it's also used as a postpartum hemostatic, which means stopping the flow of blood. On top of that, this plant also contains a number of compounds, but I want to draw your attention to ferulic acid and also gallic acid, which show antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties to the plant. This plant is also antimicrobial. Traditionally, this is also used in protocols for hypertension, skin diseases, as well as wounds. In other parts of Africa, it's used as a pain reliever, and research is beginning to show that these traditional uses are valid. So our ancestors, they knew Now this one is called tiger nuts. In Ghana we call it Ataangme, and the botanical name is Cyperus esculentus. Now most of us in Ghana know this because it is a very well-known aphrodisiac in Ghana. And the plant family that it's from is the Cyperaceae. And despite it being called a nut, it's not a nut, it's more of a tuber. Imagine this tiny tuber. But in terms of its medicinal uses, it is very nutritionally rich. So within this, you get vitamin C, you get vitamin B6, you get potassium, you get magnesium, you get calcium, you get zinc. So when you're ill or you need like lots of nutrition, you can make a milk out of this and it will be great. It also has fiber. So for those of us who have constipation, this is also something that can help. So you have to remember that when you're trying to clear the disease out of your gut, your body's way of clearing out, one of the ways is through the gut. So if you're not going to poo, it is a problem. But you need the fiber amongst other things to help you do that. So this can help you in that case. And for those of us who are lactose intolerant, this is also a great milk alternative. It's a very rich, very tasty. It is a gorgeous milk. That's all I have to say. I use it. It is a gorgeous milk. So when you see this, don't just look at the aphrodisiac quality, but remember the nutritional value that it has. Last but not least, we have miracle berry. The botanical name is Synsepalum dulcificum, and the Ghanaian name is Taami. We even have a love saying because of this plant, and that is Nsusuwa Taami. So when someone's trying to chat you up, they say, I love you like Taami. And that is because of its amazing medicinal property, which is, if you chew this berry, the glycoprotein called miraculin, will make everything you eat for the next 30 minutes taste sweet. So where you might use this is, when someone is sick and they need the nutrition, but they can't eat anything because everything tastes like crap, this will help also make the food more palatable. But I'm going to demonstrate it to you. So I'm going to chew this berry, and then I am going to eat one of the world's most sourest sweets. And I'm also going to chew onions, which I hate chew. Who chews? So I'm going to chew it just to prove the point of how this herb works. So I'm going to remove it from the seed, and I'm going to take two, and I'm going to chew it in order to and then put it all around my mouth in the hope of, oh gosh, it just got down my top, to get the benefit. And then put it around my mouth, get it all around. And then I'm going to start cutting the onion. You want to make sure that it goes all around the mouth. You coat the tongue and you go from there. So I'm going to chop this onion that I grew myself in my garden. And then I'm going to give it a few minutes and go from there. So you want it to coat all the receptors. And this is the sweet. This is my candy shop mega sour raspberry. But I have to let you know that even though it changes the taste of things in your mouth, it doesn't affect the acidity. So the reaction in terms of the acid will still occur. So when you're eating something really acidic, just bear in mind that you'll still get the effects of the acid in your mouth. And it really tastes nice itself, okay. It tastes like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. It's really, do you know what the funny thing is, right? It tastes like, it's giving me the feeling that I can't do too much, as in it's too sweet. Like I can't eat too much of the onion. It's like when you eat too much chocolate. That's how it's feeling. Damn. Okay, now I'm going to try this one. But I'm going to be very careful. As I said before, you can't stop the impact of the acid, although it will taste sweet. So let's see. Damn. This is the impact. Sorry, I keep doing that because I'm like, I can feel the not the tanginess, it's prickling on the tongue. So I think that might be the acid. But then everything else tastes like, can you imagine? The mic died while I was on it, but I feel like that's sweet. So I'm eating cucumber, I'm eating onion. And do bear in mind when you're doing this that you're eating foods that probably won't go together. You don't want to give yourself the runs. This is supposed to be one of the most sourest sweets. And the Taami has just, it's actually quite nice. I could also taste the raspberry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this is the effect of Taami. It's just, I feel, let me go and find something else that's even more, actually I shouldn't be eat it. But the Taami just, and everything has its own sweetness. The cucumber sweetness is different from the onion sweetness. The sour, so I can taste the raspberry, but it kind of just neutralizes the sourness of it. So this, my friend, is the impact of Taami, which is now showing promising results in terms of treatment of diabetes. But I could also imagine getting very tired of this in terms of you appreciate the different flavors in food, but everything tastes sweet. Everything, the cucumber's sweet, the onion's really sweet. The sourness is there's no sour, it's just sweet. Like, and imagine doing this for the whole day. You'll have enough, you won't even eat. Like I had someone who said they ate too many berries, and then when they were trying to eat the fufu and the palm nut soup, it just tasted sweet, and they were getting so annoyed because they had too many berries. But blimey. So yeah, this is the impact of Taami. So now I officially know that the Taami has worn off. I'm going to try this again to see how really sour it is. Oh! Hey! It's disgustingly sour. The Taami's a flipping miracle worker. That's all I have to say. If you're interested in learning more about Ghanaian herbs and African herbs and herbal medicine in general, don't forget to follow and subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more of these videos, and if you want to see more demonstrations, I'm more than happy to to give you those demonstrations. And if there's something that you want me to eat and try with the Taami, please tell me what you'd like me to try, as long as it's not poison. And I will try it and just see how far this Taami miraculous glycoprotein can go.